Hello, my name is LizFox, and this is a demo of Total Controller. This is a controller input viewer that I've been working on for a few days now because I wanted to play a game and record my gameplay, and I want to show off my inputs. But I play with a Switch Pro controller, and all of the other input viewers that I could find online do not properly support Switch Pro controllers. So I did the rational thing and made my own. Let me show you what it looks like. So let me run this right here. Let me run it right now. And I get this little window right here. So you see I have a few profiles that I can select from. And if you have, in the future, I'm going to support multiple other controllers, at least like DualShock and Xbox and GameCube. Probably a few others, I don't know. But yeah, so I can, select which one I want. So if I press enter, I can select this one. And you see, I have my controller plugged in right now. So every button I press will show up on the input viewer. Oh, okay, that's a Steam thing. Ignore that. And it looks pretty cool. I can also press escape to go back to this menu. There's also a profile with only the buttons, as you can see. There's also a profile where all of the buttons, the overlays are solid. So it makes it a lot easier to see what you're pressing. And there's this sort of debug mode that I made in like the first version of this program. Very minimalistic. But I quite like this one with the solid buttons. Anyways, obviously you're not going to use this by itself. Obviously, you would typically pair it with something like OBS. And I'll show you an example of how that works. So if you have a scene right here and you want to add this input viewer, you can, add a game capture. I'm going to capture this specifically, and it'll show up, but you see we want to get rid of that black background, so I'm going to add a color key filter on top of this, and I'm going to key out black. So with the default settings, it doesn't look too bad, but if I were to expand this, you notice the black artifacts around the edges. So, I could change the filter and turn up the similarity, but then that, because the sticks are dark gray, that also keys out the sticks. So a better solution would be to just change the clear color of this window. So when you run the program, you get this config.json folder or file. And right now I have a few options. This is the one I care about right now. You can change the background color. This is an RGBA format, so if I want to make a bright blue, I can do that. I can run the program again. And now we see well, obviously now we got to fix the filter. So now I got to change the filter to blue. And now it looks way better. Or doesn't look any better. Now we need to but now it just has a blue artifacts around everything. So I just got to turn up the similarity. And because my sticks have like no blue in them, or because my profile doesn't have any blue in it, I can turn up the similarity by quite a lot and get rid of pretty much everything. And obviously you would have this in like the corner of your screen, probably like here or so. And as you're playing your game, viewers of your stream or your video can see what buttons you're pressing. Now, obviously, you're not just going to have this looking at a desktop. More often than not, you'll have it in this sort of scenario. Let me get the game up right now. Yeah, more often than not, you'll see this kind of scenario where someone has some gameplay, like, I wanted to speedrun this game. That's why I made the input viewer in the first place. And yeah, as I play the game, you can see all the inputs that I am doing. And yeah, it's pretty cool. I do plan on adding other, as I said earlier, I do plan on adding other controllers in the future. And I think I'll put a release for this, a build for this, in the description of the video. You can find it on GitHub, where I have all the source code available, if you want to look at how I did all this. But yeah, that's about it.